In this video, I'm going to be giving you 12 use cases for ChatGPT Canvas. In my opinion, this is going to be the future of writing, collaborating with large language models in order to make your process more efficient and more productive so you can get things done a lot quicker. And I'm going to provide with you in this video a wide range of use cases so that no matter what situation you find yourself in, you can use Canvas in order to collaborate with ChatGPT on your writing project, on your brainstorming, on your business plans. The ability to collaborate with ChatGPT is becoming easier than ever before. Now, if you truly want to capitalize on everything the AI has to offer, then the AI Foundations community is where you need to be. What does this community have to offer? Well, for one, you're getting the community, and putting yourself in a group of people that are focused on leveraging AI puts you light years ahead of anyone trying to figure this stuff out by themselves. I'm learning stuff every day, even though I just set up the group. People are being transformed in this community in a way that's deeper than just AI as well. If you want to join and you want to become a member of the AI Foundations family, I'll leave a link in the description or the top pinned comment. Now let's get into these 12 awesome use cases for ChatGPT Canvas. Use case number 1 is to use existing writing with Canvas. Now, ChatGPT is amazing at generating content, but sometimes people often leave out the fact that you can paste in your content, open it in Canvas, and collaborate with ChatGPT on writing that already exists. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste in a LinkedIn post that was on my LinkedIn. Maybe I want to ask ChatGPT how this could convert a little bit better. So what I could ask is to put this LinkedIn post of mine into a Canvas. Even though I'm in ChatGPT 4.0 with Canvas, sometimes it doesn't like to open that Canvas feature, so just mention to put it into a Canvas. And then I just pasted in my entire LinkedIn post right here. What I can do is I can send this off, and ChatGPT is going to use that existing writing and open up this new side window. So now we have my entire LinkedIn post in here, and I can do whatever I want with this. I can come in here, I can keep on writing, I can ask ChatGPT questions about the post, I can use the shortcuts, but keep in mind, this is all existing writing that I'm bringing into ChatGPT in order to collaborate with this model on my piece of writing. The next use case is to request unique suggestions. So a lot of people, when they're in Canvas, they just use the shortcuts that are provided for them, but you can actually use those shortcuts in a more granular way. So you don't just have to come down here in the bottom right and select the shortcut that you want to use and then have it adjust the entire thing. What you can actually do is go to the prompt bar within ChatGPT in the bottom left-hand corner, and you can ask it to do specific things with each one of these shortcuts. So with this new update, it can follow context much better. So you can give a lot of context if you want, and it's going to be able to take in that context in this chat thread much better than before. But what I mean by requesting a unique suggestion is, for example, if I want to suggest edits, it wouldn't be good if I wanted to suggest edits for a specific reason. So maybe I want to suggest edits in order to make this post convert for likes better or comments better. I can't relay that message to ChatGPT unless I come over here and request that unique suggestion. This is my current LinkedIn post. I want to make it convert more comments. I can be more specific on LinkedIn. Then this is where the unique suggestion comes in, right? I'm asking it to make a suggestion based on my preference or based on a metric that I want to hit. I say add suggestions in order to help add or take away pieces of text that will contribute to more comments on my post. I can even specify on my LinkedIn post. Beautiful. I can send that off, and this would be an example of using this new feature to add specific suggestions to meet your metrics or your requirements. I can send that off, and what you're going to notice is it's a very interactive experience. And what it's going to do is highlight everything that it thinks should be changed. So my entire LinkedIn post that I wrote by myself, it's suggesting changes now. It's not just automatically applying this, but you can have it suggest very unique items to contribute to a certain metric you're trying to hit, as I've been saying. So now I can come in here and I can click on these comments, and it's going to give me a suggestion. If I want to apply this suggestion, what I can do is I can read ChatGPT's response, and I can say, okay, I'll do what it tells me to do. Or you can just have ChatGPT do the work for you by hitting apply. So here, for example, it says, consider adding a question to the audience here, such as, have you ever wanted to automate your ChatGPT outputs to invite engagement? I think that's a great idea, so I'll hit apply. And what it's going to do is only change the line that you hit apply to. So automate ChatGPT outputs to Google Sheets. Have you ever wanted to automate your ChatGPT outputs? It's a really amazing experience being able to request all of these unique suggestions in order to get you to where you want to be. The next use case is to have Canvas provide you a deeper understanding of text that you're reading. So nowadays, if I'm reading an article, I'm reading a summary or a PDF that has some complex verbiage and I'm having trouble understanding certain parts of it, what I like to do is I like to paste it into ChatGPT. So what this experience can do when you're pasting these complex texts into ChatGPT is it's going to allow you to adjust reading level in certain circumstances in order to understand something at a more elementary school or base level in order to gain a broader understanding of the complex subject. For example, maybe I have a PDF and it's multimodal chain of thought reasoning and language models. It's a pretty complex topic. There's a lot of problems in here, a lot of math equations, and overall the verbiage is pretty complex. Maybe what I can do is one section at a time, I can copy and paste it and open it with Canvas. That way I can read it in there and I can adjust that reading level at a very minute level. Maybe I'm having trouble understanding this analysis section. Well, what I can do is I can just copy and paste in the entire section here. I'm just going to copy this all the way down to where section 7 begins. And then I can come over to ChatGPT and I can just paste in that section. And then at the very top of this or at the bottom, I can just say, open this entire text in Canvas, put a colon, and then I'll send it off. So now it's going to be opening this entire thing in Canvas. And not only do we now have the ability to come in here, collaborate with ChatGPT on this, hover over things, ask questions, edit this text however we want, but what we can do is we can adjust the reading level in order to gain a deeper understanding, or we can use analogies to things that we are more familiar with. So let me show you a couple of examples about how deep learning in this Canvas feature might work. As you can see, it's even providing the tables in here, which is just amazing. Now let's say I'm having trouble understanding the last paragraph and the verbiage that they're using, the words. Maybe they're a little too big for me and I don't understand them all. Well, what I can do if I just want to gain a broad understanding is I can highlight this entire last section. And what I can do after I have that section highlighted that I want to understand better, I can go down to the shortcuts and I can adjust the reading level here in the middle. Once I select that, I can drag this bar all the way down to a kindergarten level. And what this is going to do is completely change the paragraph, and it's going to make it kindergarten level reading so that I can understand it better. So as you can see, if we take a look at one of these sentences, right now it says, the analysis reveals potential avenues for future research. Okay, that's a generally easy sentence to read, but just to showcase an example of how this is working in action and how that makes it even easier to read and understand, I'm going to let go of this kindergarten level reading and let's watch the first sentence as it changes. Now the entire paragraph is going to change, but remember the first sentence as we just read it, and we'll read it with the kindergarten level. So now it says the analysis shows some ways we can make multimodal COT better. Remember, it's retaining the context. So when we make this section kindergarten level, it's going to be in regards to the rest of the article up here, or the white paper, or whatever you're bringing in here. The next way to use ChatGPT Canvas is to use it for blogging. Now, obviously blogging is a lot better with this feature because you have the ability to actually write in ChatGPT rather than just request writing updates. So ChatGPT is really your collaborator in this process. You can suggest certain things for certain parts. You can create awesome blog posts, easily copy and transfer to a Google Doc, and much more. Now, I'm also going to give you a little bit of secret sauce when it comes to writing blog posts with AI, because if you just type in text, it's not going to turn out good for you. I promise you that. It's going to sound very generic, very AI generated. People are starting to catch on. It's just not something you can do anymore. So what I recommend doing is using AI to draw connections between two things and create a very unique blog post around that. So what I like doing is uploading images for inspiration. And I say create a blog post that uses this picture as the inception, otherwise known as the starting point. And when I open up the image, as you can see, it's just an image of a coffee that I made a couple of mornings ago with some nice little latte art there. When you're creating a blog post that uses the picture as the inception, it's going to base its text around this, craft a unique story for your audience. I say the main topic of this blog post must be about using AI for creative thinking, okay? This is the main topic of the blog post, but I then say I want to intertwine the elements of this picture and use it for inspiration when crafting this blog. So now it's going to be a blog which intertwines coffee, lattes, and AI for creative thinking. When you let AI draw connections between two subjects, it can craft some very awesome stories, even just from a picture. Then I'll just say, open this in Canvas. You don't need to do this all the time, but sometimes it helps when you just say, open this in Canvas. Now I'm just going to send it off and show you what these blog posts turn out like when using this Canvas feature. So as you can see, layering inspiration like a latte. Just as a barista combines layers of steamed milk and espresso, creative thinking often involves combining multiple ideas, influences, and perspectives. When we use AI for creativity, we are layering diverse sources of information to form something new, a bit like crafting latte art. So as you can see, it's relating these two subjects to each other, which is making for a very unique AI post. And remember, the main topic of this is using AI for creative thinking. Now that there's actually a blog post right here, in order to get the full potential of using Canvas, you can craft whatever you want. You could enter down a few times, you could write your own title, but what you could also do is ask it to give you a title or edit the flow, the structure, whatever you want with this blog post. So I just said in this chat bar down here, I'm requesting a unique suggestion to give this blog post a 3 to 4 word title. When I send it off, it will automatically collaborate with you and add that title for you over here on the right hand side, and you're going to be able to see that update live. As you can see, it says AI and latte art. Everything else is going to stay the same because I only asked for the 3 to 4 word title. Real quick, once you're done editing your blog post in here and you use it for blogging, I just want to show you how you can keep on using AI in your process in order to make your life a lot easier. What you could simply do in order to get this on your website in a matter of seconds is you could have an automation be running in the background. And automations are a little of what we teach in the AI Foundations community. I just wanted to show you this in case you didn't know this was possible. All you have to do now that you have your blog post in Canvas is you could have a system where what you do is you copy it in the upper right-hand corner by hitting copy. You go to your Google Drive in a new blogs folder, and then you hit Google Docs, create and share. And then all you do is paste in your blog post. And what you have the ability to do is give it a quick title, just like that. And in the background, you could have an automation in make.com running. Once this runs, it watches all your new Google Drive documents from Google Docs and automatically uploads it to your WordPress, where maybe your website is hosted. And as you can see, it says no post found right now, but when I refresh, that AI and latte art draft is all ready to go. You can come in here, you can add images, you can edit it a little bit more, but all I have to do now is hit publish, and in a matter of seconds, I have a very unique post crafted from ChatGPT Canvas using Make, which you can do on a free account, using Google Docs, which pretty much everyone has, into Google Drive. You see how your workflow can start to develop, and this is the next step you need to take in AI, is developing automations in order to become more efficient and more productive. The next way to use ChatGPT Canvas is to search and cite information and then add it to whatever you're working with in Canvas. So if we continue from the last use case, blogging, and we're in this AI latte art blog where I told ChatGPT to have the main topic of the blog post be about using AI for creative thinking. Maybe I want to tie in an actual human article that can be referenced throughout this. What I could do is I could find something on it. So this article from NYU, Embracing Creativity, How AI Can Enhance the Creative Process. Maybe I want to tie all of this into my blog post and have it kind of be based around the idea that NYU presented here. What I could do is I could take this URL here, I could go to ChatGPT, and then when you're in here editing in Canvas, you can tell it to search and cite information based on a URL or just based on nothing really. What I could do is I could actually say, use this article to edit the blog post and hyperlink specific parts that reference it. And then I could just paste in that URL right here and I could send it off. And what it's going to do is actually read the content from the URL. It's going to refine my blog post and add in actual things that were from the article in order to help users go deeper, in order to provide you more credibility when you're actually taking ideas from other content, giving them credit, of course, but as you can see, it says, as noted in NYU's article on AI creativity, iteration is the key to enhancing creative outcomes with AI. As you can see, iteration, it's actually referencing this NYU article. It's saying iterate and collaborate. Don't hesitate to experiment with multiple iterations. So it's reading my blog post, it's reading the URL, it's citing information that's from a very credible source, which gives your blog post more validity. The next way to use Canvas is for transcript analysis. Now, you can do this in a regular version of ChatGPT, of course, but what makes it so good about doing it in Canvas is that you can highlight certain parts of your transcript and you can ask it to do an analysis very specifically on certain sections of your transcripts. For this one, I'm going to be using a Zoom transcript from a call that our AI Foundations community had. Every Friday, we do weekly introduction and rewards calls. So we reward the members with the most engagements in the group. And we also welcome new members, introduce them, get to know more about them. But in this call in specific, I feel like the AI Foundations community had a lot of testimonials. Let's say I want to extract those testimonials from the call in order to put them on the website. What I could do is I could upload that entire transcript text file. I can say, review this transcript and provide for me each testimonial given in regards to the AI Foundations community where this call took place. Open these in Canvas. Maybe I'm trying to extract certain elements from a specific transcript. That way I can collaborate with ChatGPT, ask questions about it in order to better understand my market and better understand what people are liking, what people aren't liking. I can send it off, and doing this in Canvas makes it so much easier because what it allows you to do is actually ask specific questions about things that were said directly in that call. As you can see, maybe for privacy reasons, you just want to include first names. So I say just include first names. So that's the way you could edit these testimonials very quickly in Canvas. And as you can see, as I was saying, there were a lot of testimonials in this call, and it was such a heartwarming call hearing all of this. But now we can keep on going. Maybe I want to give this to team members of AI Foundation so that it can inspire you to keep on doing what you're doing, to keep on working hard, you know? What I could do is I could say, beneath these testimonials, provide a summary of what the team needs to keep on attacking in regards to the content and support to keep people happy. I can send it off, and now it's going to edit it live in this canvas. So everything else will stay the same, but I told it to provide a summary based on the testimonials in order to give us action points for what we need to keep on doing good. I mean, take a look at some of these testimonials for the group, though. I mean, this is just awesome. There are communities where you feel that you can be yourself, and I think that's what you get from this community. Wherever you come from, whatever you do in life, whatever background you have, everybody is caring for each other, and everybody is trying to enhance each other's experience. Another member said I was suspicious at first, but then I found out that the people here are real and all of them are professionals. This community empowers me in a way and I feel more confident and energized. These were actual things said on the live call. It's very heartwarming. But doing this in Canvas is amazing because you can go into the specific things, such as this summary of focus areas for the team that was just created for me. I could highlight certain things that I want to go deeper on or that I want ChatGPT to edit, explain, or enhance, and I can just do that. So I could highlight, for example, community connection. I could ask ChatGPT to give me a checklist for this step that I can complete every day to ensure this is happening. Okay, so I'm actually putting my action step list into use by having ChatGPT provide me a checklist that I can check off every single day at the end of every day to make sure I'm doing my job to cultivate community connections. I can send that off. And this is the editing process in Canvas, right? It keeps everything the same, but provides you specifics on what you want to be specific about. So as you can see now at the bottom here, it's giving me daily checklists for ensuring the focus areas are met. And it went above and beyond and actually did it for all of them. And you can keep on going down this thread and you can keep on making this as big or as small as you want. And overall, transcript analysis is just amazing in this Canvas feature because of how deep you can go and how granular you can get. The next use case for ChatGPT Canvas is to make sure you use it for detailed reporting. You can upload statistics, analytics, and generate detailed reports with Canvas better than ever before. Request edits, request charts, mermaid code, whatever you need in order to get you from A to Z with your reporting. I found that using Canvas is amazing for this. Let me show you a quick example of what that actually might look like in action. So I have a simple prompt here. Create me a detailed report based on my YouTube channel stats from the last 28 days. I want a full comprehensive breakdown and suggestions at the end of the report for content to produce for success. So for one, ChatGPT is amazing at just analyzing past content data and providing you with suggestions on what to produce next. But what it can also do is, with this Canvas feature, do detailed writing reports for your team and yourself every 28 days or however many days you upload stats worth. So these are stats that I downloaded yesterday from YouTube data from the past 28 days. I can just open those and I can have ChatGPT analyze these CSVs and then open the report in Canvas. I'll make sure to mention that, and I can send it off. And what it's going to do is, it has all of the videos and publish time and the date I published them, the views, the revenue, the totals. It has literally everything. So now it's just going to create a channel report from the last 28 days. So 6 million total impressions, beautiful. As you can see, we have like a funnel going on here. We have impressions, watch time, total views, estimated revenue, subscribers gained, CTR. Beautiful. So we have this amazing report, and what I can do is I can suggest edits. And you can just use these shortcuts down here if you want to adjust things or get specific, as I showed you in use case number 2. For now, I'll just hit suggest edits and send it off. And what this is going to do is not edit the content itself, but what it's going to do is actually edit the phrasing of it to generate a better report, because the stats are the stats. That doesn't need edited, but maybe the phrasing and the verbiage being used needs changed. And you can go through here and you can look at all of the suggestions, and then you can just hit apply if you do like those suggestions. And it's going to generate a much better report than doing this in the past. And now what you can even do for these reports is you can change the heading style. So I could ask ChatGPT to change this to a heading 1, and you can make it more production ready to show your team or to show a client, for instance, if you're helping them grow their YouTube. And beautiful. That looks more professional in my opinion. You can debold things, so you can come in here if you don't want that bolded, you can just unbold it. And now you can ask for things like charts as well. So for instance, I could say generate me mermaid code to showcase a funnel from impressions to subscribers gained. And when I send that off, it's actually going to generate me the code that I can use in order to generate a mermaid chart. You can also get other things in here for your report. So generate subscriber retention analysis from data. You know, that's pretty cool that it gives you that suggestion when you just paste in your data here. It's making it easier to work with data. So it can generate charts based on your data, and you can really get a good report going. What I could do is I could actually just download this image. I'm going to request an edit to the YouTube funnel mermaid code. And now that I have all this, right, I have my graph, I have my flow chart, I even have my report up here. If I scroll up and go to the 28-day report, I have all of this stuff. So now you can turn it into something that's truly amazing using all the features that Canvas had to offer for us. So what I could do is I could copy this entire post. In the upper right-hand corner behind my head, there's the copy button that I showed you earlier. So I'm going to copy that. I could head over to Notion, and I could just paste in that content here. I could make this the title of the page. Now we have a beautiful overview of the report. I could even add in the mermaid code that it gave me beneath one of these. And Notion makes it really easy to edit. So I could type in code mermaid, and then I could just paste in that code it gave me. So as you can see, I had it create code based on my data that I provided it. And all I have to do now is copy this mermaid code, go to my Notion page, and then paste it in the mermaid code block. And then I can just show the preview of it. And now we have something that's very unique from my specific stats from YouTube. Very cool. And I could even paste in that graph maybe at the end here that showed the stats from the videos. And I could upload that YouTube graph to the bottom. And now we have a really good report that was built entirely with ChatGPT Canvas. The next way to use Canvas is to generate detailed white papers using it. Now you have the ability to edit, enhance, have it explain certain sections to you, adjust reading level. So this is an amazing use case, is generating detailed white papers with abstracts and data with Canvas in order to get a final product that is just amazing. Now you can use multiple models with this in order to make this successful. In this example, I'm going to show you how to create a prompt with O1 in order to give to ChatGPT Canvas to create an amazing white paper based on a specific subject. So let's get right into it. So the good thing to do with ChatGPT is to actually use the different models that help you out with specific tasks, because GPT-4o, you can see these little sub descriptions they have. Collaborate on writing and code, uses advanced reasoning, faster at reasoning, great for most tasks. So we want to use advanced reasoning for this specific task where we're trying to craft a prompt to use in Canvas so that we can then later collaborate with it. So I tell O1 Preview, I want you to create a prompt I can send to an LLM that helps me what? Well, create a detailed white paper on the idea of getting better at asking questions. So I give it some more information about what I want this white paper to dive into, and then I tell it to help me craft the prompt I need in order to get this white paper. Then I can say generated from an LLM. I can send this off, and O1 is now going to think before it answers. This is what makes this model so good, is it's actually going to assemble all the details that I have here and craft the prompt I need in order to send it to the large language model. And remember, one of the upgrades with Canvas is that it can understand the context of your prompt a lot better as you keep on prompting. And it's going to, if you stay in the same chat thread, continue to improve on itself with deeper and deeper context, remembering what was said in the past. So therefore, we can type out nice and long prompts in order to get what we need. So O1 just crafted the prompt that I could send to ChatGPT Canvas in order to generate this white paper. It gives instructions, outlines, and guidelines, and O1, if anything, would be the best at crafting the outline of a white paper. So I'll head over to my other tab of ChatGPT and paste in the prompt that was just generated with O1 in order to create an amazing detailed white paper. And now it's just going to get generating based on my request. And I mean, just look at the word count of this thing. This thing is going on and on and on, much deeper than any other ChatGPT response would have. It even gives you a section down here to list your studies, books, and articles cited throughout the white paper, formatted in APA style. Now, what you can actually do if you want to search things is what I like doing is coming down to specific sections and highlighting this thing that you want to search and back with references and studies. So I just like highlighting the title and copying that, and then going to ChatGPT and typing in /search down here at the bottom, enter, and then paste in whatever you want to have ChatGPT search. The science of asking better questions. I can send that off, and ChatGPT is actually going to search the web for the science of asking better questions. Every once in a while it will error out, but if you hit this edit button and hit send again, oftentimes it starts to work. So as you can see, I hit the edit button and hit send, and it's going to begin its searching process based on my query, and it's going to search through some sites. And now that it has the query that you wanted searched, I recommend just doing this one section at a time if you want the most accurate results. First, you need to pull that information into ChatGPT, just as we did, and then you can ask it to go and cite information using what it just brought in your article and add it to the references section. The next use case is simple. Enhance certain sections of writing. A lot of people think that you need to change the entire body of text in order to enhance it, but you can highlight certain sections or take ChatGPT's sectioned out paragraphs and actually just enhance it by using one word, enhance. And it's very simple. I just wanted to show you this because I think it's a small but very powerful technique that you can use. So over here on the right side, you're going to see these little comment buttons. These are different sections or text blocks that you have the ability to edit right here. And all you need to do is find the section or even the word that you want enhanced, highlight it, or hit this comment button if you want the entire section, and then just say enhance and send it off. This is going to enhance that specific section of writing, and it's only going to edit that section, so it's not going to go through the entire article. Again, you can even do this with a word or a sentence. So I'm going to highlight this first sentence, ask ChatGPT to enhance, and what it's going to do is change that sentence around. And it's not going to change the surrounding text, but it's just going to change the sentence that you highlight. It might add a sentence, it might take away some things, but that's what the enhancing process is about. The next way to use Canvas is to review and adjust the structure and flow of your writing. Now, this can be for a chapter in a book. This can be for a blog post, a social media post, a white paper that I just got generated that I showed you in last couple of use cases. It can really be for anything, but adjusting the structure and flow in order to make it more readable for the user or whoever is reading your content is very important, and you have the ability to easily do so in Canvas and see the changes happen live in front of your face. So I have a very simple prompt in order to do this. What we can do is we can just edit the entire thing by going over to this message ChatGPT prompt bar in the bottom left, and we can use a simple prompt. Review and adjust the structure and the flow of this white paper in order to provide the reader a more fluent understanding. So this is a specific request. I could say review and adjust the structure and flow of this white paper in order to provide the reader a humorous body of text. I could make it funny. I could make it more professional. I could really do whatever I want. But adjusting the structure and flow is a crucial use case when using Canvas, and you have the ability to watch these changes happen live so that it can adjust everything for the user to understand it best. I'm going to send off this prompt, and we can watch the changes happen live on the right-hand side. And remember, we got this prompt generated with ChatGPT O1, so the structure and flow should already be pretty good. It says, I've refined the structure and flow of the white paper to provide a more coherent and engaging narrative. The transitions between sections are now smoother. So it made transitions between sections smoother. Sometimes it'll change complete sections around, especially if you pull an existing writing and ask it to do this, and completely transform what you originally had in there. The next use case number 11, is to add a final polish. Now, I like doing this with existing writing, but you can do it with writing that ChatGPT generates as well. Adding a final polish is going to check for grammar. It's going to check again for structure and flow. It's going to make sure that everything is just right. It's really like turning a rough draft into a final copy with the click of a button in Canvas. It's amazing what this can do. So if we're on my white paper, what I could do here is I could go down to the bottom right-hand corner and select Add Final Polish. What this is going to do is exactly everything I just told you. I'm going to send it off. It's going to change headings around. It's going to make this sectioned out better. It's going to check for grammar, and it's going to just overall review your entire piece of work. This is why I like doing this with existing writing, because I can just paste it in here, open it in Canvas, and add a final polish. But it's just a nice safety check to make sure everything is grammatically correct, structured properly, headings are laid out nicely, and the flow of your work is much better. The final way to use ChatGPT Canvas is to use custom instructions alongside them, so that you don't have to keep prompting what you want Canvas to do when you upload a piece of text. Let me show you a quick example of how using a very small set of custom instructions could completely transform your workflow in Canvas. If we open up the custom instructions tab by going up to our profile in the upper right hand corner behind my head and then hitting customize ChatGPT, what we can do is we can enable custom instructions for new chat. And for how would you like ChatGPT to respond, you can give very specific instructions for what you want it to do. So in this case, I put, once I upload a piece of content, you are to transform my social media posts, blog posts, and transcripts into more keyword focused, SEO optimized pieces of text. Here are the keywords I'm trying to rank for. It knows that I want better SEO on my pieces of content or my text that I'm dealing with. So what keywords do I actually want to rank for? Well, that's what you can give it here so that you don't have to type that in every time you want a prompt. I say artificial intelligence, AI, AI for business, AI community, AI courses, and AI automations. I say your job is to properly shape whatever I upload into something that attempts to rank for the keyword or keywords that make most sense based on the uploaded text. Always open Canvas and bold the keywords you've added so that I can see how it actually fit in those specific keywords. I can hit save. And now whenever I prompt in ChatGPT, it's going to be taking those custom instructions into account, opening it in Canvas, bolding keywords that it's added, and much more. You can really get as custom as you want with this. You can have it write backwards, write in emojis. You can have it do whatever you want in the how would you like ChatGPT to respond section. So let me go grab this AI latte art blog post that I uploaded in use case number 4. And maybe I want to make this more keyword heavy. What I can do is I can copy this entire blog post. I could head over to ChatGPT, and all I have to do now is just paste it in because the custom instructions are prompting Canvas what to do here. So I can just send that off. And what it's going to do is open that in Canvas, and it's going to add my keywords in there that I provided for it in Canvas because I'm trying to rank for those. And then you can ask it specific questions in regards to your custom instructions as well. Give me the specific keyword count that you've added to this article. And I can send it off, and now it's going to give me specific times and occurrences of the keywords that it's added. I can ask it, did you add more or were these already existing? I can send it off. And it says all the artificial intelligence and AI keyword occurrences listed were added by me for SEO purposes. So it's not keyword stuffing, but what it's doing is it's slowly adding in all of these keywords that it thinks would be good for my system and my ranking. I hope you've enjoyed all 12 of these use cases for ChatGPT Canvas. Please subscribe and like this video if you did. Drop a comment letting me know your thoughts on how you're using Canvas, on how you think that I should improve on using Canvas, and much more. Again, if you want to truly leverage AI and start taking this thing more seriously in order to capitalize, I highly recommend joining the AI Foundations community. A group is where you need to be if you truly want to grow and you want to learn things, because we're 400 plus people all focused on one task, leveraging artificial intelligence for efficiency. People in this community are amazing. They're starting new businesses, giving insights to each other, supporting each other on their new endeavors, and so much more. Highly recommend you get integrated. We have live calls, courses, and it's a growing spot, and it's a beautiful place to be. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.